The 2022 World Cup in Qatar reached an estimated 5 billion viewers worldwide, centered around massive infrastructure projects like the Golden Lusail Stadium. This chart compares global sports fan bases. Soccer stands at the top with 3.5 billion fans, significantly more than cricket or basketball. The final match in 2022 alone reached an estimated 1.5 billion people. But stepping back to the mid-19th century, the sport was less a global industry and more a local tradition. While ball-kicking games were ancient, they lacked a unified structure, with every town and school playing by a different set of rules. In 1863, several English clubs formed the Football Association to codify the dimensions of the pitch and the handling of the ball. This standardized the game locally, but it offered no method for different nations to play against each other. The game had broad appeal, but without a centralized system to organize travel and manage international logistics, it remained a fragmented regional pastime. In May 1904, representatives from just 7 European countries gathered in Paris. They founded the Fédération Internationale de Football Association, or FIFA. Their goal was to build the legal and logistical framework required for sovereign nations to compete on a level playing field. Initially, the organization had almost no capital. It survived on minor membership dues and small licensing fees collected whenever an international match took place. This small committee had successfully drawn the blueprint for international governance, but they held no real power. At this stage, they did not actually own a proprietary product to sell. That power arrived with President Jules Rimet. He wanted to create an exclusive international championship, completely separate from the Olympic Games. FIFA selected Uruguay to host the first World Cup in 1930. The logistics were highly restrictive, requiring European teams to endure weeks of expensive transatlantic travel by steamship just to participate. The risk was rewarded. The host nation defeated Argentina in the final, drawing massive ticket-buying crowds to the stadium. By writing regulations that claimed a share of the gross gate receipts, FIFA generated a near 200% return on its investment. To cement their ownership of this new event, the organization commissioned a proprietary physical asset, a trophy later named after Rimet himself. This revenue model provided financial independence. FIFA moved away from being a volunteer operation and became a professionalized bureaucracy, eventually establishing a permanent headquarters in Switzerland. World War II forced the cancellation of the 1942 and 1946 tournaments. The conflict shattered international logistics and threatened to stall the organization's growth. The 1950 World Cup in Brazil proved the system could survive. The massive crowds confirmed the sport's popularity and fully revived FIFA's operations. Soon after, the television set allowed the tournament to bypass physical stadium capacities, placing live matches directly into living rooms around the world. This broadcasting reach created the first borderless sporting icons. Millions watched Pelé dominate the pitch, capturing a global audience that had never seen a live match in person. Television shifted FIFA's primary asset away from physical ticket sales. They now own the rights to a global media property, multiplying the organization's value. In 1974, the election of João Havelange signaled a shift in the organization's political strategy, moving focus away from its European founders. Havelange won the presidency by campaigning to expand the game far beyond its traditional borders, courting the votes of newly independent nations across Africa and Asia. He expanded the World Cup from 16 to 24 teams. This wasn't just a political move, it was a way to ensure more regions had a direct stake in the tournament's success. To monetize this growth, Havelange utilized a model often called the Golden Triangle. It links the sport to media networks and global marketing partners, where each sector drives the financial value of the others. This expansion provided corporate partners with access to a universal consumer market that was previously unreachable. By packaging this global audience for sponsors like Coca-Cola, FIFA began securing deals that eventually pushed its revenues into the billions. To understand why this commercial strategy worked so universally, we have to look at the mechanics of the sport itself. Unlike ice hockey or American football, soccer requires no specialized infrastructure or expensive gear. You only need a ball and an open space. The simplicity of street football sits in direct contrast with the highly regulated executive suites operating out of Switzerland. FIFA did not create the desire to play football. Instead, they built a centralized regulatory and commercial system around a behavior that already occurs naturally in every corner of the world. Today, the organization consists of 211 member associations, giving it a larger membership footprint than the United Nations. Operating under Swiss law, FIFA maintains a self-regulatory status. It functions as a private entity that can punish national governments if they interfere with the organization's mandates. By securing the exclusive rights to the rules, the broadcasts, and the tournament experience, this organization has built a centralized system that now manages the participation of billions of people.